So sitting is the new normal. A lot of people talk about, oh man, sitting's so bad for you. You shouldn't sit, you should stand. No, I think we should adapt to what we have to do. Sitting is what a lot of people have to do to get their work done, or their students or something like that, or they just like to watch TV all day. I like watching TV, I don't know. But finding a very good chair is something that you're gonna wanna do. You're gonna wanna invest in it. It's really good for your health and your posture, and I'm gonna tell you why. So there's this company called AndaSeat. We really like their chair. And I told them like, hey, I'll do a video kind of doing a review on it. This is the video. So I'm gonna show it to you guys on a patient, how I would basically set him up to sit at a desk. I'm gonna put him in a posturally neutral position, something that isn't torturous on his spine if he's gonna be in that position for like 8 hours a day. So yeah, hope you enjoy. All right, so we got a guy here. He has a desk job. And I think it's a perfect time to talk about sitting posture. We all know sitting is bad. Well, also standing is bad. The thing that's bad about it is being still for long hours. You can't avoid it. If you have a desk job, you gotta sit or you gotta stand. You gotta be still. We're gonna talk about sitting. I wanna just kind of go over why you should sit a certain way. And I'm gonna kind of demonstrate on the spine about the normal curvatures of your spine, and kind of what to look for in a desk chair, an ergonomic chair. There's a lot out there, and we have one here that I really like. So he's young, and he's gonna be sitting for a long part of his life. So we might as well get him into the best posture that we can now, so he doesn't have a lot of issues down the line. Let's just come over here. Let's just look at his posture right now. I told him to just not try to have good posture right now when he's sitting. And this is kind of like the normal look from the side. And what we're not showing is if there's a screen here, depending on how far away it is, he's probably pushing his chin even more forward so he can get closer to the screen so he can read. We're not talking about multiple monitors as well. That's a different topic as well, like, you know, constantly having to look left and right. From this point of view, it doesn't look that bad, right? I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the spine. So this is your cervical spine, this is your neck. It consists of like 7 bones. This is what we got going on. So if you were to take an x-ray of exactly what his spine looks like, it looks like that. And you can see, eventually, there's probably gonna be problems right in here. And this is a big problem area for a lot of the desk job workers that I see. They're like, oh yeah, I have pain right here. I wonder why. We'll show how to kind of make that better with a chair. You know, you want a chair that you can customize to the curves in your spine. And he's taller, so we're gonna have to adapt to that as well. For the low back, usually we have a little curve that goes out like that, usually. Him sitting like this, so we probably have something like that going on. If you look at this and imagine him sitting for 8 hours a day, you can kind of see where there's gonna be issues right in here, right in the low back. All these muscles in here are not happy. And eventually, after 10, 20 years, you're gonna run into some issues. Also, you can see there's gonna be a lot of pressure right here in the front of his spine as well. So we'll kind of talk about that with the chair. What we're gonna want is support to maintain a neutral spine here. So something pushing back here, filling in that gap. And then for here, what we really want is his chin to come back. Because look at that. Now, not so much. Here's bad, here's good. Okay, so that's what we're gonna try to do with this chair. The chair we're gonna use is called the AndaSeat X Air Pro. Like I said, we have a lot of chairs at the office, but this is our favorite one. I'm gonna use this as the model. What I like about this is we can bring this part forward and back. And again, we're gonna start with the low back, okay? Filling in this gap. It has a nice little cushion here and it's meshed. So it can kind of adapt to bigger people, smaller people, skinnier people, larger people, easier. So with him, we'll probably want to slide it out a little bit because he is a little bit longer, so we can have some support here. This thing, lower neck, remember? We want to bring his chin back. We want to create some support here. We can go up and down with it, this way and this way. Super good. Usually what I see with chairs is it either goes up and down or it does this. It doesn't usually do both. And then obviously, pretty standard, going up and down like this. This thing also goes back like this, and we can lock it.
Yes.
So I want it upright as much as we can. And then here, let's look at the low back. How does that feel there?
Good.
Okay. And let's test it out by sliding this forward. Which one feels better? There or back?
The forward, or here.
All the way back, yeah. Or all the way forward. He's a little bit longer, so we need to bring his pelvis forward so that he can have more support for his low back. Let's mess around with here. So we want to have something like that. So let's bring this here. Maybe there. Yeah. That's how I would position him if he were to sit for like 8 hours a day. If we're here, nothing is filling in this gap here. We want to create support there, so we're going right in there. Perfect. And then obviously his computer's not right here. So ideally you would want to have a desk that goes up and down. You want to bring the computer close to you. Again, remember how I said we don't want the chin going forward. So bring it as close as you can so you can just chill like this. It's kind of like being in a car and setting up all your mirrors. You want to set it up in a way where you have good posture and to where you don't really have to move your head to look at your mirrors. Yeah, and then we can play around with the arms here. What's cool is these can go in as well. They can go out, in. You can kind of adjust these however you want, depending on what you're doing. Oh, mouse is here. This one's just chilling over here. I just want to do that. It's a pretty good chair. Not having an ergonomic chair like this, he has lower neck pain. That's why he sees me. And he has low back pain. And it's always, he has to make sure that I know it's after sitting for long periods of the day. So makes sense, right? So again, this is the AndaSeat X Air. And if you want to learn more about it and you want to take care of your back because you know you need to, but you just, put it off, go to AndaSeat.com. And as always, best try AndaSeat.